Oh, God, me right nostril. Hello there guys and welcome back to another one with us, the Review Bros. Today we've got a hyped up product for you. Tell them what it is.
It is Amino Asylum's nootropic nasal spray, Noopept. And what can this do for you watching at home as we go through the usuals? Normally the taste, but of course the smell. The price, label and effects coming straight at you. And it comes, I'm sure, as no surprise. We would recommend beginners switch off right now because this is probably definitely more an extreme way of getting these substances into the body. They do injectable pre-workouts as well, god damn it. We are talking extreme stuff. It even says on the front of the bottle, not for human use, if that wasn't scary enough already.
Good job we're not humans.
We're robots. Bringing you the facts on this one. Let's do it.
And if you're new here and you like the video, please do like it. Hit the sub button if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future reviews because we drop 3 a week. But let's get into this substance.
Appreciate it. Okay, so, bit nervous here. We've got the first segment, the taste, or in this case, the smell of the product, should I say. So, it's a nasal spray, and we're trying to get our heads around, it says 500 milligrams per spray, and I'm going to assume it yields 5 milligrams of Noopept. Let's do it. Let's do this.
The interesting thing is, Noopept is something we've taken in a lot of pre-workouts. It's just simply the way we're administering it that seems a bit funny to us.
Oh my god. That's alright actually.
You can see sounds now, can't you?
Making the eyes water.
Alright.
God, it's all good.
We have obviously done this a couple of times before, but not for a week or two. Oh God, my right nostril is so focused right now.
I mean,
oh, nasal drip.
Oh dear. It doesn't.
Jesus, burning
it's
my.
quite strong. It's quite a burner, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's like
But you meant to shake it before you do it.
Well, we have been shaking it. It's been in the car.
Oh.
It's been doing speed humps. I mean, it is strong. It makes your eyes water. It's quite a burny sensation. I think it's like a menthol mint, isn't it?
I almost want to do the other nostril just to even it out a bit, but I won't do that.
Depends what we see, feel. It feels like I'm having a nosebleed or something, doesn't it?
God, I hope not.
It feels like, you know, the ammonia snappable thing.
Yes.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
But not quite as strong as those.
No. But along that line.
Along that line. Anyway, how much is this going to cost for that lovely experience? Let's find out.
Okay, we're into price time. So how much are you going to be paying for this not for human consumption research chemical? We head over to their official website, aminoasylum.shop, where you can use our 20% discount code RB20. You can pick this up for $27.99.
Not bad, you say, and not bad, we echo, right? So you'll obviously know, guys, that Noopept in a nasal spray is a better uptake than a powder or oral ingestion, and probably not quite as good as an injectable format. So it's somewhere in the middle. They reckon there's 95% Noopept in each spray, and each spray is 5 milligrams. Therefore, you get 100 squirts from each one of these. More squirts, the better, they say. Hey. Therefore, guys, so there's a bit of controversy to these sort of products. RB20 works on this. It works on any of the products on their website, and they've got a lot of stuff, guys. It's a research place for sure. You know, injectable peptides, other nasal sprays, guys, all sorts of things. So use that code, you know, as you will. And this is why we said at the beginning, it's definitely not for beginners, this sort of thing. It's for hardcore researchers, not for human consumption, it says all over the shop, and therefore it leads us into a bit of a rabbit hole when it concerns how do you even use this stuff. So we actually reached out to them direct on Instagram, and that's where they said 95% of each squirt is pure Noopept. The bioavailability factor is much higher than an oral ingestion, but not quite as high as an injectable. I personally would rather do this than an injectable though, but of course that's at all users' discretion. And they also recommended us 3 to 4 squirts in each go, right? Now obviously you start off with probably 1 squirt in the nostril, then you move to 1 in each, then you'd move to 2 in one and 1 in the other, and then eventually you'd get to the 4 squirts, 2 in each nose, for like full sends. Therefore it'll cost you around 27 cents per squirt. you can't, around that. So obviously going all in, guys, you're going to be looking at $1 a go, roughly, probably just over. What more can be said? There's no facts on the back. It is, in terms of for a user, it is confusing because they can't on one end say not for human consumption at the front, and on the back it says take 4 squirts. The things don't really match up, so there is that element of you have to do your research behind it, and that's why we're giving you those facts ourselves. They recommend 3 or 4 squirts.
Exactly. So F around and find out if you're in the market for this sort of thing. But yeah, I think the scary element of it is how you administer it rather than the ingredient. You know, Noopept, we see it in a lot of pre-workouts. We know roughly what it does. So yeah, it's more to do with sticking up your nostril that probably puts off some users. So,
but not as many as injecting it.
No.
So discretionary pieces at play. Let's get into the label of this stuff, even though I'm sure you know what it is already. Let's go. We are into the label of this product, guys, and as you know, it's a research chemical. It's not for human consumption, therefore there is technically no label on the website nor the bottle. There's nothing on the back, nothing to explain what it is. So as mentioned in the price segment, and I'll mention it again right now, so it's 500 milligram bottle all in. Each squirt up the nose gives you 5 milligrams, of which that 5 milligrams, 95% of it is pure Noopept. You can take 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 squirts of this stuff. I imagine that some seriously out there people might do more, but that is discretionary, and obviously we'd have to not recommend that at this stage. Noopept, what is it for those of you who don't know? So it's one of those old chemical race tams in terms of I want to say it was like developed in Russia in the 60s. It's one of those sort of hardcore, like, oh my god, sort of chemicals. And it's there for, it's actually there for brain benefits. It's there for focus benefits, but in terms of acetylcholine and glutamate levels in the brain, it helps restore those. Those can build up actually to toxic levels under oxidative stress. When the brain's not getting enough oxygen, those two can build up, right? And they can come with negative effects. They can actually cause neuron damage over lifespans, effectively, like long periods of time, right? This can help reduce those levels, restore them back to original levels, and of course that's going to help with long-term benefits. You know, it's even been shown to help with things such as Alzheimer's recovery, you know, those sort of medicines, the extremes in terms of brain medicines. So what benefits can that bring to an everyday user, Craig?
So it's going to obviously help with your memory, your recall, your mood. It's going to reduce anxiety and stress. So actually it's quite a healthy ingredient when you really think about it. So if you're thinking, oh, it sounds sketchy, all of these benefits sound very promising, don't they? It's not something that's going to necessarily impact you negatively, at least not on the research and what we've seen.
No, and obviously, like I said, it's been around since the 60s, 70s.
It's been around the block a bit.
There is a lot of research on it. Obviously, more research is needed. All things point in a beneficial light in terms of alertness and focus benefits as well. It's one of those, isn't it, guys? It is one of those. There's a lot of promises on the tin. What can it bring in the real world. We're going about to tell you. Let's get into the effects. We are there, guys. Primary segment of this, and of course any other review. The real world effects, right? Forget the hype, forget the fancy pantsiness of it all. We're here to deliver the truth. And that's why we started the channel, isn't it? You just
Absolutely.
want, it's one of those things, guys. There's too many supplements out there, too many of these type of products for us to be like, yeah, this is good, this is good, this is good. We tell the truth, like, at the end of the day, and we want to save you guys money where it concerns bad products, and we want you to be able to purchase good products when it concerns good products. What can this do? Who's it for? What did we feel off it? Benefits, cons, pros, negatives, all of the above, really. And what we'll say is, I feel like it's quite important to give a little bit of backstory when we concern ourselves with this type of product in terms of how we used it, what time of the day, what activities we used it for, did we use it solo, did we use it with anything else, dosages and the like. So I feel like we've probably both done the same things with it because we managed to get a couple of bottles of this stuff, so we've had one each. So used it 1 squirt, 2 squirts, 3 squirts and 4 squirts, and that's both of us. We've used it in combination, so we've done those 4 things straight away on their own. Nothing added, nothing taken away, just standard processes. We've done them for a mixture of work and gym. Those 2 things, right? So 2 extremes really. Or you can use it probably for studying, you can use it for partying, you can use it for anything really. A lot of people actually microdose throughout the day. And I actually just want to say that we're not recommending this in any way, shape, form. It's not for human consumption. We've just got to put that out there. Of course we have to, right? We've used it with caffeine. We've done the 4 squirts, like I say, solo on its own. We've done the 4 squirts with 200 milligrams of caffeine. And we've done the 4 squirts today with 400 milligrams of caffeine. Let's start off at the beginning. 1 squirt, I'll be honest, I didn't really feel anything off of 1.
Yeah, 1 squirt, you have to sort of question it. You're like, I think maybe, I don't know if I can feel something. I'd say from the 2 squirt point where you're like, okay, now we're feeling something. I feel like I'm a bit more focused than I would be normally. When you get into 3 and 4 squirt time, that's when we're really having fun.
Yeah, especially the 4. The more squirts, the better, and that's what she's always said. You know, let's talk about the facts of it. There's no doubt in my mind and your mind that it works.
It's legit, yeah. So we ruled that out straight away. We were like, okay, it's not BS. It really is what they're saying on the tin. It works.
It does work. And it works on its own, but it does work better for us at least with caffeine.
Like with most nootropics.
With any nootropic ever.
Yeah.
I feel like it gives it the foundation or the backbone. It just sets you up for it. I don't know why. Caffeine's just always been the driver of these things. But even on its own, guys, it was strong stuff. And it was actually like a nice strong. It was 100% noticeable. It's one of those ones where you close your eyes and you can just feel your brain ringing or like waves of electricity passing through it. As soon as you sniff this stuff up, guys, your brain, it just feels like a menthol wave washing over it.
Yeah, you feel it within 15, 20 minutes. Obviously it kicks in quick because of the way you're administering it. And don't get us wrong, like when you take it on its own, you don't really get any physical energy from it. It is all mental. When you take it with caffeine, yeah, that sorts out the physical energy side of things. That's why we're saying we prefer it with caffeine. But yeah, it just feels like a really nice, healthy feeling. It doesn't feel illicit. That's what we've said. You don't feel wired off your bonds like absolutely panic time. You feel like, okay, this feels healthy. This feels good. I feel switched on. My brain's defogged. Let's be productive. Let's get on it.
Yeah, to me it's strong. To me it is strong. I wouldn't say it gives me euphoria or a floaty feel.
No.
It gives me a very dialed in, productive feel, almost like modafinil or something like that.
Yeah, and the benefit to Noopept versus paracetam, which we reviewed on the channel ages ago and falls under that racetam group or whatever you call it, This one you feel immediately upon single use, whereas paracetamol and some others you have to build up in your system, take it day in, day out, and then you start to feel the effects. So obviously that's always a great benefit of Noopept specifically.
Yeah, and then a very important line I'm about to tell you guys is, for me, this feels like a solid dose of DMHA, maybe even DMAA. And what I mean by that is
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
hold the fort right there. No stimulation, no euphoria, no mood elevation, right? You've taken purely, you've got the strand of DNA of the DMAA or the DMHA. You've got the chemical bond right there. You've got those elements you look for in that, and the focus is one of those. It is like you've got a pair of tweezers and you've plucked out purely the productive focus from it. You've also left behind all the negatives, the dry mouth, the illicit, unhealthy feeling that sometimes they bring, the nasty crash, the appetite suppression is not there. It is taking, for me, the best of those two compounds, those chemicals, and taking the best from them, taking just that focus. There is no doubt in my mind it wakes your brain up. It removes the cloud, it removes the fog, and it gets you in a productive mindset. No physical energy, no heart rate elevation, nothing like that. Purely the dialed in focus. It is very good. It's actually, it's better than I thought it'd be. I thought this would be like, I'm just going to say it how it is, how I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be like a snake oil fake product. I did. I don't know why, and I'm sorry to Amino Asylum for thinking that. I just didn't think it would work, but it does. It actually does. I do feel dialed in.
Yeah, and with it having that just focus element of like an illicit stimulant, it becomes more versatile, so you can use it for work and studying and going out and socialising without looking like you're a crazed nutcase that's stimulated off your bonds with your eyeballs dilated.
I wouldn't even say it dilates pupils.
No.
As I mentioned, it didn't seem to raise heart rate any more than normal.
And what I will say is on the max serving, it lasts a good 5 to 6 hours.
If not more.
Yeah, so you'll feel it for most of the day on the full serving, like legit.
When we was driving down the gym, it's just like your eyes, you're not dilated or looking like a nutter, but you just feel like you want to focus on several things at once. It is 100% noticeable, 100%. No negatives. Obviously, I can't recommend this to you guys, but me personally, I would use it alongside a daily driver style pre, a general healthy one. I wouldn't then stack it on DMHA pre's and all the rest of it, but it feels healthy.
Yeah, and if you like Noopept from pre-workouts, get this one because it's going to be more of what you love, 10 times more potent and useful.
Yeah, so as Craig said, it kicks in quick, 15 to 20 minutes. For me, it peaks at around an hour to 2 hours.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And
on
then
all the servings.
Yeah.
There's not a variation in that. It's just each squirt is obviously adding on 25% until you get to 4 squirts and you're 100%. And I have no doubt there's some people out there that will do more, but that is absolutely not to be recommended.
Exactly. So I would say this is for people that are after a nootropic, don't mind the slightly more illicit, I guess, style of administration, and you don't mind playing with fire a little bit and using, research chemical stuff. If you're in that market for that sort of thing, go ahead and buy it. Obviously not for beginners, not for people that are a bit more cautious. It's going to come down to whether you are open to these kind of things in general,
yeah,
right?
If you're not, don't risk it.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we'd say.
And it is quite, it's not a pleasant process sticking up your nose and shooting it up there. It feels like it's firing up into your brain and lighting your brain on fire.
Yeah, and I feel like each time I've used it, that experience has got a bit easier.
You do get used to it, yeah, but geez.
I'm 100% open into trying some more of their products. I would use it again in the future. It genuinely does work.
It's a good sign, really, because if this is legit, all their stuff's going to be legit, really, isn't it? Generally that's the trend. So, we'll take a look at some of their other bits.
Yeah. So dialed in focus, productive, on the ball, Probably more than most pre-workouts.
Yeah.
In fact, definitely.
Yeah, it just feels good. It just feels healthy, good. I like it. We like it.
We like it. There we go, guys. That's the honest one. Let me know if you've used it before in the comments down below. Again, really important with this sort of thing, even more so, is to get a full range of experiences in the comments below for all viewers to come down and get that full experience or knowledge. Appreciate you watching, guys. As always,
Stay
focused. Noopept style.